Hi Summit, and welcome to today's cutting and sewing tutorial where I'll be showing you how I made this alternate backless dress with an illusion bra. Okay, you heard me right, an illusion bra. Alright, so this is the kind of video you like to see. Please do what to stick around, like, comment and share, and do not forget to subscribe if you've not. Okay, thank you guys so much. Now let's dive into this video. The first thing I did was to pick up my material, which is a crepe material. I used 2 yards of the flowered one and then half yard for the illusion bra. Okay, now the next thing I did was to hold that tip of my dress and of the material and then fold it over to get a triangle flare. All right, just like that. Now while working with this kind of material, please do well to make use of your pin and your iron. It helps a lot. Okay, so now that I'm done folding that and setting it, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark from that up part. Okay, I'm just going to mark at 10.5 inches. Now holding your tape steady at the up part, you just have to send it round like that. Okay, and mark it. All right, and now after I'm done marking, that is just get the circumference of the front part of the dress how I want it to be. Now I got that at 8.5. All right, now the next thing I did was to go up from that point with extra 1.5 inches. All right, that is for the upper casing, the the rope casing of this dress. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark the full length of the dress. Remember, this is an alternate dress, so it's going to be, the measurement is going to start from 4 inches and not from 1. So place your tape at 4 like that to get the full measurement of this dress. All right, so my full measurement is 39 inches. So I have to move my tape around while I measure this out. All right, remember the first time your tape is at a point at the upper part. This time around I'm going to move it around to get the full measurement and also make sure that your flare is well marked and cut out. So after I did that, I just went ahead to connect the dots like so, connect it like that. Now the next thing I did was to still place my tape at 4 and then marked out my half length, which is 17 inches. All right, now with that done, I just went ahead to cut. Okay, so guys, if you've watched to this point and you've not subscribed, please do what to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you. Now the next thing I did was to also fold my fabric again, placing the front to that fabric to cut out the back. Now first thing I marked out at that point was my half length. Okay, now placing my tape, I need to get the exact measurement. I have there the space from the upper part to the half length, and also mark that at the other side of the dress as well. Okay, now after I did that, I went ahead to chalk the upper part and then the side just to make sure of what I'm working with and the space at which I'm working with. Okay, now after I did that, the next thing I did was to flip the front side off on the back side, and now I have to mark out that the distance between the up part and then the half length. Do you understand? Now I marked that out because the back is going to start from the half length. That's why it's called a backless dress. After marking that, I went ahead to connect the dots together. All right, now that's done. The next thing I did was to mark from that half length. I went up by 1.5 inches. Okay, now I have to mark that, and that will be the elastic casing for the back part. All right, do you understand? Anything you do not understand in this video, please do not hesitate to drop your comments in the comment section. Ask me questions and I will gladly answer you. All right, now next thing I did was to just cut that out like you see me doing. While cutting, do not forget to give your necessary marks where you should mark out like your half length, anywhere you know that your casing will be, and then necessary measurements, just do that. Now the next thing I did was to place my tape still at 4 inches. I went down by 6.5 and then to my half length. That no, to my underbust rather. That is where the illusion bra is going to be marked at 6.5 and then the underbust. Okay, so whatever your underbust is, that is where you're going to be stopping. But the starting point, which is 6.5, is where you ought to start. Now, after I did that, I measured out, I took note of the measurement between that part, that is from the upper part to the underbust. And now this is my illusion bra material that I'm going to be using. Now for this, I just divided my bust measurement by 4 and then added extra 4 inches. Okay, now first thing I did after I marked that out, the measurement was to mark out 1.5 inch, that is for the elastic casing. And then I marked the measurement for my illusion bra, that is from the 6.5 to the underbust. And then I also marked out another 1.5 inch for the rope casing as well, because for this illusion bra the down part is going to have an elastic while the up part is going to have your rope or your strap to it. Okay, next thing I did was to cut that out like I'm doing right now. Then I to cut it out like so. And then, yeah, this is all we have: the front, the illusion bra, the strap or the rope, and then the back part. Now, first thing first is to open up the back part and then fold the casing. Okay, went I to fold that casing like so. Okay, after I did that, I'm going to add my elastic. For the elastic, your waist measurement divided by 2 might remove like 3 or 4 inches to it and then cut it out. Now after I did that, this is what we have. Okay, and now the next thing I did was to add join the back part to the front part of the dress. Now I'm going to be joining it from the half length. Remember, the back part started from the half length, right? So you're going to join it as so again to the front part from the half length. Okay, now while joining, I'm going to be using like 1 inch allowance to join it. You will know why very soon. All right, do you understand? So now that I'm going to go and sew that down. After I'm done sewing, this is all we have. Now this is the reason why I use 1 inch rather to join it. I'm going to go ahead and shock the necessary point and then fold the sides. So the reason I used 1 inch is to be able to fold the sides easily and very comfortably. Okay, because we wouldn't want the sides to be rough. Okay, now after I'm done sewing that down, the next thing I'm going to do is to work on my illusion bra. Okay, and also on my strap. Now for this illusion bra, I'm going to go ahead and fold the side first. Listen, fold the side first. Okay, the both sides, fold them first, and then go ahead and make your casing for the up and the down. This is the up part of the illusion bra and then the down part. I say it again, fold the sides first before you fold the up and the down. All right, if not, you're going to be closing the place where the elastic is going to pass through. Now for the elastic, your bust measurement divided by 2, take away 3 inches. Okay, that is what you're going to use to get your elastic. Now for the upper part, the rope is going to go in there. Now after I'm done doing that, this is exactly what we have. You like it? I know you do. And now the next thing I'm going to do is to join my illusion bra to the dress. Okay, now with my pin, I'm just going to pin it down from that point to where I marked. All right, just go ahead and pin it down like that. So while pinning it down, please make sure that it is not poking out at the side. Your main fabric should be a little bit, bigger. Let me not use the big one. Let it just be not be on the same line. And while sewing it, sew it from the front so that you sew it at that exact line, that stitch on top of that first stitch you had when you were folding the side. Okay, and also when sewing it, be careful so you do not sew the up part that has the rope. Do not sew that point. Okay, because you still need that rope to be movable, and you can adjust it when you wear your clothes. Okay, now that I'm done doing that, see that my rope is still movable and adjustable, right? So the next thing I did was to fold the up casing of this dress. Okay, now I just have to fold it like that, sew it and iron it down. Very important. So now that I'm done doing that, next I'm going to do just to use my safety pin to pass in the ropes like I'm doing right now. So you have to pass the left to the right, adjust it very well, and then pass the right to the left. So it's going to be a cross passing. Okay, pass the left to the right and then pass the right to the left, and there you have it. All right, it's simple. Yeah. So if you have any questions so far, please ask me in the comments. If you've not subscribed, please do what to subscribe, like, comment, share. All right, and also leave me a lovely comment as well if you enjoy my videos. Okay, thank you guys so much. Now after passing that through, the next thing I'm going to do is to adjust it to the point where I want it to be. Okay, just gather that up, gather that the other side up, and make sure that the distance between the top part of the dress and then the other one is the same. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do for this dress is to work on the down part. That is just folding it in like that. Just fold it in and sew that round, and that will be all. Voila, very easy, very simple. I know you enjoyed this video. This is what we have after the sewing and everything like I showed you earlier on. I know you enjoyed this video. Please do what to like, comment, share, subscribe for me please, and do not forget to leave any question that you might have regarding this video, and I promise to answer all of your questions. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay creative. Bye, love you.